Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Life as a Dance. My name's Taras Denisenko, and please put your hands together for my beautiful wife and co-host, Wendy.
Hello, everybody. Pretty excited to talk about dance today with everyone. How about you, Taras?
I'm super excited.
Yeah, talking about dancing and life and dancing our way through life. And I think we need to spread some joy, share a little bit about our secret society here at Arthur Murray, Virginia Beach.
You know, that's a really good point you just brought up, because that was really one of the main purposes of putting together this podcast. Obviously, bringing more joy and fun to people's lives, but also demystifying the world of ballroom dancing. And that's what we are. Wendy and I own an Arthur Murray dance studio here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. We're former American rhythm competitors, and we do some judging, coaching. What else do we do?
I just want to say demystify again. Everyone, just let that word just flow right over you. Demystify. What else do we do? I think we change people's lives. I mean, we have a staff here that's like family to us. And I think we just bring everyone together and just share the joy of dance, which I think is really necessary considering what's been transpiring in the world since last year, 2020.
Totally,
I don't even know what to say.
Totally agree. You know, we're having people come into the studio now and thanking us for being open and providing an opportunity for people to come into a safe environment, a fun environment, a professional environment to be able to learn to dance. And I think dancing is way more than just learning steps and patterns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's really profound. I mean, I literally, we've had students literally say that we've saved their life. And, you know, we've got into this industry. Taras and I have both been in this industry for over 20 years and have always understood and believed in the power of dance and that it changes people's lives. But I don't think it's ever been more impactful or meaningful than this past year as a result of COVID. And as hard as COVID has been, I think there's silver lining and blessings and everything. And I think it's just really allowed people to see what's really important in life.
I totally agree. You know, Wendy and I, in the beginning of the year, we had, Wendy's all about health, wellness, bettering your life. And transformation. And so we came across, we've always known about Tony Robbins. And in the beginning of the year when COVID first happened, one of the goals that we had was to go to one of his events. And well, I should say one of Wendy's goals was to go to one of his events and probably drag me along, kicking and screaming. But he was forced to adapt and change, and he had to do it virtually. So it was called, what was it called again?
It was called the Comeback Challenge.
And
I think it was so appropriate, you know, when COVID happened. And I think any other business owners out there, when the state of shock that we were all being told to shut our businesses down and not knowing what was happening or how long it was going to be, you know, Taras and I, you know, I guess that competitive spirit and just how both of us are wired, we were just like, okay, we're not going to let this beat us. We're going to find a way to keep going and just adapt and pivot. And when that comeback challenge popped up on Facebook, I was like, gosh, I told Taras about it, how generous. But we just knew we wanted to keep going, keep fighting, find a way to reinvent ourselves. And sometimes you just need support. You need some outside influence. We knew we couldn't do it on our own. So we just dove in head first and did the comeback challenge.
And we were so excited with the comeback challenge that we signed up for Unleash the Power Within UPW, which is a complete immersion event that he holds in person typically. And it was really amazing to hear how somebody of his caliber, and when I say caliber, of the amount of resources he has, mm-hmm. and amount of knowledge, and the amount of influence he has, the amount of people that he knows, and he talks about all the businesses he had. So it was really fascinating to hear that not only the smallest businesses are affected, but even the larger ones. And So anyway, we did sign up for that Unleash the Power Within, which was an absolutely amazing event. And it was virtual, where we locked ourselves into our home for 5 days or so. And we just, we did it. And
it's, it's amazing too. And I know there's people out there that, people can always find negative, right? Everyone's out there thinking things, or don't drink the Kool-Aid, or, you have to make and discover things on your own, and you have to just take chances sometimes. And Tony Robbins, for me, is the real deal. And he has made such a difference, and not just him himself, but to offer something for free. He's introduced us to Kinergy, the medical medium. He's introduced us to so many things to help us flourish in our life and flourish during this insane time that we're in. And it was really awesome to do it together. And boy, I think it really has impacted us as business owners and as teachers, as guides. So it was just like full immersion, and I just think it's benefited us full circle.
Every time he says anything, every time he talks, there's always something that you can take away from any of his talks. And his one-liners are profound. And no one-liner is more profound than what you're about to hear right now. So currently, he's doing
New World, New You.
New World, New You. And we got this little snippet from him. Check it out.
I believe that life is the dance between what you desire most and what you fear most. In other words, people are always dancing. They're living their life somewhere between what I really want and what I really fear. So if you want to expand your life, increase your desire or reduce your fear, and your life becomes more. And if I want to serve a client...
Isn't that so cool? His quote, life is a dance between what you desire the most and what you fear the most. I mean, how profound is that?
So profound. And just everything he says, I mean, you can just feel everything he's talking about, from his enthusiasm, his passion, his body language, his conviction, changing your state. Boy, has that been profound for us. Change your state.
Change your state.
I think it would be really easy to be in a state of what the heck is happening. Yeah. And depression. I mean, I think the whole world has been battling depression and uncertainty and loss of control. And I think that has been what's been so amazing about what we were able to do once we opened our doors again, was the compelling stories that students were sharing with us in respect to how they were just so grateful that we were open again. And to literally have students say to us, like, quote, "You've saved our life by being open."
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
That is not something you should squander or take lightly. I mean, that is so meaningful to us, and just reinvigorated, I think, in our souls, that what we do matters and is so important.
Yeah, what's really amazing is that when somebody says something like that, not only does it validate your career choice and all the sacrifices you make to become a professional dancer, but it also shows that what we do is more than just teaching a step, teaching a pattern, teaching, I don't know, just teaching how to move to music. It literally, we have people tell us that learning to dance is a life skill. Like Wendy just said, it saves their lives. But it's a different way of connection to your own body, connection to your mind, your body, your soul. And not to sound corny, but I'm going to sound corny right now.
I think people are looking at life much differently. I think there's silver linings in everything. And as difficult as COVID has been, and I don't want to make light of it, because there are people out there that have lost their businesses, and that is just so gut-wrenching and heartbreaking to hear. But with it, I think it's allowed people to really see what's important in life. And that's meaningful in itself, because I think when you look at life in that way, you start living it differently. And that's really important. And for us, watching our students and I mean, we had a student the other day that literally said to us she had not been out of her house in almost a year. And I didn't know how to take that. In other words, they hadn't done any activities, like gone out to do something social. Probably she's gone to the grocery store, but we were the first thing she's done. And I'm pretty proud of that because we've really done our part of making sure that our facility is safe, that people can come, enjoy an activity, and feel safe while they're doing it.
Yeah, that's totally true. You know, they always talk about right now, it's all about social distancing and wearing masks, and people are living in fear. And if there's one way to escape that mindset of living in fear is moving your body. Make your move.
Yeah.
Make your move. Change your state. Make your move. That's what Tony Robbins talks about. And he talks about, when he did that quote about dancing again, literally making a move, moving your body. It makes your endorphins kick in. It literally changes your state, and you begin to forget the outside world, and you connect with yourself. You connect with your partner. And that's the cool thing about ballroom dancing, is that you're not by yourself. You're dancing with somebody. You're moving with somebody, and it's a different form of connection and communication.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a welcome distraction too. I think everywhere you look, there's negativity, the news, everything seems so divided. And, you know, dancing brings back that childhood wonder and imagination, and just discovering yourself in a new way, and being able to just escape the stresses of the outside world. And that's something we've provided always, and I think people have always needed, but I don't think it's ever been more necessary. And just unifying. I mean, if you look, when people are dancing, it's really hard to be unhappy. And to be able to provide that for people right now, to be able to come to a space that's safe, to unify as a community and tap into your childhood and imagination and just exploring, that's pretty magical.
Totally agree. You know, you can get frustrated though with dancing because you're trying to learn something new. It's a new skill. And so you get mad at yourself and you get frustrated, but it's a good thing because you're challenging yourself. You're challenging your body. You're challenging your mind. I know, speaking as former competitive dancers and somebody that went through a hip replacement, losing the ability to dance, even though I knew it was temporary, was rough. And that's where we'll talk about some of those things in future episodes, or you can check us out at paininthedance.com. It's also a YouTube channel, Pain in the Dance. It's another kind of podcast sort of thing that we were doing, but you can check that out. But like I said, this podcast is really geared to demystify, like Wendy liked that word, demystify the world of ballroom dancing, but also kind of get to know people who do dance and how it has changed their lives. And we're going to talk to you about what we do. We're kind of uncovering a little bit about what the benefits of dancing are, but even more so, hearing it firsthand from some of our students, some of our peers, some other franchisees we'll have on, as well as maybe our teachers will make some surprise visits. What else are we going to do, Wendy?
You know, I think this whole time, and, you know, speaking to anyone out there, if you're struggling, I think we're all struggling with what's been going on in the world. But, you know, I think making a positive impact in the world and just spreading love and dance and just putting a little magic out into the world again, I think is what people need. And I think we're excited because this has allowed us to kind of look at our business and what we do and the influence that we have from, like, as my dad would say, 30,000 feet above. And we're really excited to Taras and I are in the process of just kind of rediscovering ourselves in this business and how we can expand upon what we do, how we can provide more, and even developing a new mission statement, because and that might be exciting to do through this podcast, Taras, to kind of like what we experience. As Taras said, we're going to bring some students on, but just really, I don't know, reinventing ourselves. I think that's something really exciting to think about.
I totally agree. And I liked how you said it's magical. Oh, those are crickets.
Crickets. We need some beads.
Wait, magical. Here it goes.
That's what I was
That's
thinking
magical.
of, like Tinkerbell.
Yeah. But also, I think it's also an opportunity, this podcast, is to teach people how to say my name correctly for the first time. And
They need to learn to roll their R's.
Taras is then
Taras. You could say, ta-da, but Taras.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful name. I love your name. It makes it special. When we were competing, when they would say your name properly,
Yeah.
I'd be like, this.
Yeah. And when
This
they
guy
didn't
knows
say my
what's
name
going
properly,
on.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
yo, what's up? So now that I am C, I take great efforts to learn people's names correctly. It's so important to me. So yeah, so this is our first episode, and I think really what we wanted to do is share the Tony Robbins quote, and as a profound statement that he made, as life is a dance between what you desire most and what you fear most. And learning to dance is very fearful for people. Walking in our door is one of the greatest challenges that some people have had in their lives because of insecurities or bad life experience through dancing that maybe affect them at a young
Self-doubt.
age. Self-doubt. Yeah, that's a big one.
But we promise that if you walk through our doors here at Arthur Murray, Virginia Beach, or any Arthur Murray here in the entire world as a worldwide franchise, it will change your life. And as Tony Robbins says so appropriately, your life will never be the same. And we pride ourselves on that. We want to make that difference in your life. We want to
Absolutely.
give you what we truly believe is one of the greatest gifts in the world, and that's dancing. Because dancing is about love and unity and transformation and all those things. Self-discovery. Dance is amazing.
It is. It is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that is our first episode of Life as a Dance. We thank you so much for joining us this episode, and we're going to bring to you a lot more stuff in the future. So please like, subscribe, and keep coming back for more.
Hey, life. Should we sing? Life.
Well, there's music playing in the background, but
Oh, okay. We won't sing then.
all right.
Thanks, everybody. Can't wait to see you soon.